Oh, man.
What's up, man?
I was tired when we started recording the podcast.
Yeah.
But that absolutely electric conversation has taken it all out of me. I don't know if you were going to think thought I was going to say breathe life into me. Hell no. I'm exhausted.
No. Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work being hilarious for an hour.
Jeez, for real. I made a stupid joke at work the other day.
Yeah.
This guy, we were watching basketball, and the Final Four just happened. We can, throw that in here now, right?
Yeah.
And Duke UNC happened, and I think it was a UNC player hit like 7 for 7 threes or something at one point.
Sure.
And I just on a whim, because I seek validation at work.
Yeah.
Was like, man, 7 threes, that would take me at least 75 shots. And the guy just busted out laughing, Yeah. And I was like, oh, man, I'm funny. It's nice. It's a really great.
It makes you wonder, does that guy live his life void of all joy? How does he?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know how. I find humor in a lot of things. Does that guy just is he sad, or is he just boring all day long? Because that's not a hilarious joke. But
Okay.
if it tickled him that much,
Yeah.
No,
you have a good point, because I would have been maybe 95 if someone, because I'm a one-upper,
Well,
can't just not make another joke.
You would have. You're a one-upper, and also we need to be the funny one.
Yes. This is necessary. Of
It's
course.
so hard for me dealing with you and Stuke and Marino and
Yeah.
Pat and everybody that's funny in my life, letting them have their moment.
No.
I have to literally physically tell myself, stop it. Marino is doing this hilarious trickster thing right now.
Let him do it.
He's doing this hilarious impersonation of this Batman villain that doesn't exist. Let him do it.
God, dude. Holy shit.
That's 20 fucking years ago.
That was at my dad's house. You're blowing my mind. I have a grainy video of that on my knockoff BlackBerry somewhere.
Yeah, I know. That's I think about it once a week. That stupid fucking moment. But
that's so funny. Anyway, speaking of funny things, this podcast is a good one. I think.
Yeah, super
especially
fun.
if you like us, you're gonna enjoy the conversation all the way through.
Yeah,
we're both a little slap happy.
Yeah, I'm tired. Had to deal with a lot of family this week.
Yeah.
Not
true.
Not that they're, we're not appreciative, but it's just, a lot of stress. A lot of stress involved. It's no big deal.
Love my family. So happy they're here right now.
No, but, just a lot of stress. So enjoy the episode. Robbie and I are a couple of bangers in this one. And then send us an email, fugginidiotspod@gmail.com. All right, let's start it. Boo. Oh, yeah. I fixed the website. Boo!
Happy or sad, it's story time with two fucking idiots.
Oh man, hold on. Let me moisturize my lips. Sorry, I don't know if you heard me.
This part is only audio, so you really can't see it until if it lasts another 30 seconds maybe. But I hope it doesn't last.
Oh, it doesn't pop in for 30 more seconds?
Yeah, I don't want to see it, though. Nobody else does, honestly.
Huh? Just how long do I got to do it for?
Just none more time. That's how.
We're live then?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
We're live right now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what's up, guys? Wow, this feels weird. I almost said welcome back to the podcast, but I'm like, we got to ramble on about stupid bullshit for at least 7 more minutes.
Yeah, no way are we just going to come out and do what every other podcast does.
Yeah, that would have been detrimental, honestly. I'm a little ashamed that it almost happened so early.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, man, I am exhausted.
Yeah.
We've had Steph's family in, her dad and her dad's fiance, who've been a delight, honestly. But honestly, it's stressful just being the chauffeur, pretty much, of the entire Nevada region, and also they're living here. So Albus is completely untrustworthy of anyone besides us.
He's unhinged right now. He's like, get these guys the fuck out of here.
Like, he's fine right now because it's been like 3.5 days.
Yeah.
But I feel like he'll just never like anyone. And it's not like he's aggressive and foaming at the mouth. He just like, anytime you get up, he's like, yeah, that's right. Get the fuck out of this room. You know what I mean? Like, he's just, I don't know. He just pays attention to everything you do. If you snap your fingers because you're listening to Lil Jon for some reason, he will immediately like be drawn to you and question everything you've ever done in your life.
If you follow up that snap by doing the step, dude, he's
gonna bite your balls. Is what's
exactly. Don't do it all by yourself. Okay,
no,
that's for sure. No, Albus is just like, and I say this with so much love for my nephew. You know what I'm saying, Albie?
Yeah.
He's like that one guy at a party who's just like a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But not like he's gonna start anything. He's just ready to defend himself at any point.
He's like everyone in the house for the Ultimate Fighter. I feel like like normal guy, just eats a lot of protein, but always ready to punch a wall because somebody won't let him bang. You know what I mean? Like
he reminds me like Marino for some reason. If we're out like getting drunk every now and then, he'll like walk up to me and be like, "This guy just bumped into me trying to get to the bathroom, and I think he wants it." And I'm like, bro, there's 100,000 people inside this Denny's, okay? Like, he's just trying to get to the bathroom.
Denny's.
Just leave him alone. He's just like, all right, but if he looks at me funny, it's like Albus is looking at you. He's like, hey, you let me know if he gets up and walks to his room, all right?
Yeah, I'm not able to relax. Like, even just doing this pod right now, I am questioning if anybody's going to be alive out there when I leave. He's just high wired. But it's been fun so far. It's just a lot of people that come and visit don't know anything around this area, so it's literally all reliant on us to be the party planners, and we're both kind of like go with the flow type people. Steph and I are both like indecisive even with each other, so it's hard to make
hosting
up things.
A party for 5 days or whatever, like
exactly. And like you want to make it memorable, but you also don't want to be broke after 4.5 days.
And
so,
not to mention the fact that you drive like 1.2 miles a day normally, unless you got to go to the store. Then it's like
even
maybe
that,
another couple miles.
I'll go tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll hit Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Daddy Bezos.
So that's what's going on with us. How about you, man?
Bro, I am also exhausted. We're just really getting people gassed up for this podcast right now.
All right, we'll see you guys. It's been the short one.
I'm sore. Yeah, seriously. No, I bartend Saturday nights at this bar, and it was actually a kind of lit on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. It's usually like our older, more chill crowd earlier on, and then some like kids will come in and they start playing like that hippity hop or whatever, and
sure.
And then I like to dance, so I'm usually vibing as it's going along and having fun. But it was a late night. We didn't get out till like 2:30, but my boss had asked me if I'd work 11 to 6. And so I get up early on Sundays after working because I usually go watch Sawyer play flag football or attempt to,
Well,
we all know Sawyer's
cut,
definitely cut from the team. No. Definitely cut in line, which is a problem, I will say. But he's pretty cool. He's a cool kid. I like hanging out with him, so I'll go see him. And then usually I'll like maybe go to the gym or take a nap or something. Yeah. But he asked me to work 11 to 6 for this random brunch that we've never done before. Mm-hmm. So I walk in at like 11:05, and they're like, all right, we got 20 minutes. What are we doing? And all the bartenders were like, what are we doing? What do you mean? Like, this is your brunch. We're just here to work.
Yeah.
What is everything? And they're like, let me call some people and find out. So I'm like, this is going to be a shit show, right?
Jeez.
And it mildly was. I mean, I was working with some really professional, like, bartenders, some people who are really good. So we pulled it together, and I really enjoyed the people I was working with. And then it was like 11:30, people started showing up. Noon, the DJ started playing because one of the owner's friends is a DJ. And honestly, was tearing it up, I got to say. And so then it gets like not just kind of lit, it gets litty lit. The place is packed from like wall to wall. We've got a VIP section. People are spending $225 on a bottle for bottle service. Jeez. And just now everyone's getting a little loose, right? It's like the old people have left and the young kids are, now it's time for brunch, right? I didn't realize, if I would have known that this is what brunch was like, I would have been going out with my friends for brunch every Sunday for the last 5 years, dude.
Yeah, brunch to me is like soggy eggs Benedict. Yes, like, dude. What is going on in Lake County now?
I'll have a mimosa or two, right? I'll pay the $10 for two instead of the $20 for bottomless because I don't need a headache in the morning. All right. But no, so people start like going crazy, and then it's like there's the booty shaking. We got people jumping off the high rope, daggering, like, you know what I mean? The traditional, like, Jamaican grinding. And it's just, now I'm lit. I'm so excited because I love that energy.
Yeah.
So at one point, I would, like, start dancing a little bit, and then just, like, five drunk girls will pull their phones out, and like their flash was on because they're fucking hammered. So I know they're recording me dancing, right? So now I gotta like sell it. I was like hitting the gyrations. I was body rolling and like spinning in circles. And at one point, I swear to God, I turn around and start like dropping it low. I just like, and I got like maybe 3 inches lower than I normally get.
Yeah.
And the crowd went bananas. Everyone started screaming and cheering, and I'm like, this is my moment.
That's hilarious.
I've performed on stage and been in the lead in musicals, but I've never felt
Sunday
better.
Brunch Club Fest.
Sunday at 4:45.
That's hilarious.
Oh, but I ended up staying till like 11:30, which we were supposed to record yesterday, but I didn't even check my phone all day because I was booty shaking. But
yeah, you're too busy. So if I just search like Instagram for like cute bartender, you might be on there, maybe.
You think I'm cute?
No, I was looking for other ones.
Because they,
yeah.
And so, I mean, maybe if bitches are getting TikTok views off me and not tagging me in their TikToks.
Listen, I told you how easy it was to find the identity of somebody that happened to be near me at a fucking pumpkin fest. For sure, you're gonna get stalked from now on. I still follow that girl, by the way, and every once in a while, I'm like, when are you gonna post those photos? You took them; they looked wonderful. I want to know what's gonna happen.
Like, if those are the ones that didn't make the cut, how good are these photos that she's posting?
Dude, it's for real. And I always think about it too, because like I don't ever search for that person, but it shows up in the like the story part. Yeah, I'll see the name, and I'll be like, I'm just gonna check. I don't care. I'm gonna check. Mm-hmm. And like, like maybe this is just a question for all the ladies out there. Do girls just have like backup photo shoots to use in order to like pad their Instagram
just in case?
Yeah, like I don't understand what's everything on my Instagram. First of all, I don't do anything on it anyway, but it's that moment. Hey, grilled cheese sandwich. I just made it. Ka-chink, and then that's it. Like I don't have like a whole camera roll full of stories and memories that I'm going to just pop in throughout the year when I'm having a drought.
Well, exactly. And for me, I'll like post a thing or two or post a TikTok that I thought was funny, and 11 of my closest friends might have also thought was funny on TikTok.
Yeah.
But mostly like I'll be making food, and it'll be delicious. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm the best cook that has ever lived in the history of the world. The best ever. Gordon Ramsay, that's for you. This is an official call out. You and Kevin James can team up, and I'll whip one of you in the kitchen and the other one in the ass. All right, brother. I'm tired and cranky. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's okay. Okay, so you're a good cook.
But I'll finish eating before I remember to take a picture. Like every time I'm like, I have a fitness Instagram I haven't used in 2 years, which is like gotta be the oldest story in the book, right? But
I'm really bad at taking the before photo as well. We replaced some things out in our house, and Steph's always like, "Oh, I want to send it to my mom," and I'm like, "Oh, I already ripped it apart, and it's in the garbage now. I'm really sorry."
Exactly.
It's funny you say. Well, first of all, hold on. Welcome back, everybody. That was 10 minutes of nonsense for sure.
Welcome to the podcast. Yep.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Robbie.
Oh, well, I said it just a little bit. Anyway, and we're the two fucking idiots.
And we're the two fucking idiots. Hold on. Let me get one last story about
go ahead.
About
brunch?
Work, okay? About brunch. So I'm feeling myself at this point, right? And this girl, this like beautiful melanin queen, you know what I'm saying? Just like who's been like cute all night, whatever. She's like calls me over and she's like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "I'm Robbie." And she was like, "Robbie, I like your energy. I like your style. I think you're cute. You're the best bartender in here." And I'm like, "Thanks, babe. Like, is this official now or what?" She like grabbed my hand and she was like, at one point there was a song that the words were like, "Come and put that pussy on me," where the words was like, exactly.
I thought you were going to be like, "I want to hold your hand." It's a really good song. And she said,
dude.
"Me too." And then
it was not that kind of party.
That was way raunchier than I thought it was going to be.
I guess that was kind of out of left field, right?
You're like,
literally, it's
"Hey,
like,
Robbie, I like your energy. Come and put the pussy on me."
And I was like,
"Holy shit!"
I don't know if you understand what I mean. It's not like that great of a dick, but it's not a pussy. I don't know what you're trying to say, but she was like looking at me, and the song was kind of lit too. It had like a "Come and put that pussy on me."
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Did somebody make this up on the spot? Because I've never heard of this song in my life.
Hey, neither had I. I heard a lot of music I've never heard before, and I felt like I was like immersed in just a whole new thing. But the kicker to the story is I'm like, finally a girl's interested in me. She thinks I'm cute.
Yeah.
She might be a little drunk, but you know, drunk thoughts equals sober thoughts or something. I don't know.
Sure.
And 2 seconds later, she fucking timber like falls off the bar stool.
Oh
like,
my God.
Flat on her ass, falls all the way over. And so now I'm stuck between feeling bad for her because that must have hurt and that's super embarrassing. Like a bunch of people rushed in and got her, and it was like a friend of a friend, so they got her some water and like laid her down and stuff. And I'm worried about her, but mostly it's like, you got to be that drunk to be attracted to me. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that thing before that they're like, how many beers until I'm cute or whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize. Yeah, I think I've got my answer and I'm not real happy about it.
At least you have an answer though. I mean, you can only go up from there.
A bottle and a half of Casamigos and I'm in. So,
dude, that's hilarious. I mean, hopefully she was okay. My tailbone hurts just thinking about it, honestly.
Oh yeah. I
actually took a tumble this weekend as well. We had a softball. We had a softball scrimmage.
Were you drinking tequila?
No.
No,
but we had about like 20 people come out to this scrimmage, which was really cool. We obviously brought Steph's dad and Linda, and so that they could heckle me throughout the game.
Of course.
But I it's a scrimmage. We were gonna cook out afterwards, so everybody was in a good mood. We ended up like splitting the teams up like randomly, so everybody's like playing with random people, like kind of like a team bonding thing. No,
it wasn't one versus the other. I'm not saying anything. It wasn't one versus the other.
No, but I'm on first base after roping like just a shitty single up the middle.
And but you ran it out and you made it. So.
Yeah, I'm fine. I get to first base, and the next person that gets a base hit, maybe I was on second. I can't even remember, but he just crushes it, and it's like it's gonna be a home run. All we have to do is just jog, but he's running as fast as he possibly can, and I'm already in like I'm tired mode. I'm not wearing the right sneaks really. Mine aren't laced up very much, and So he's behind me, and it reminded me of, I think it's Rookie of the Year, where that dude's running behind Henry, and he's like, underlay. Like he's trying to get him to hurry up. Literally, he's right on my ass. And I'm like, dude, I'm tired, man. So I'm like, all right, I'll pick it up a little bit. And right when I decided to do that, I didn't take like the correct like banana curl to like hit the base and then keep going. And so I tried to cut way more than I could have ever done. And I realized I'm going to either tear my ACL or I'm going to snap my fibia and tibia in half if I continue running. So I just bail. I just fucking tuck and roll and just basically trip over my own feet on flat grass and fall. And everybody, obviously, not one of my finer moments. I was just glad I wasn't really going to hurt myself, because that was honestly one of the real thoughts I had, was like, this is how people get hurt. Like, this is what happens.
You can feel it. Like when your knee is like, luckily we've pulled off every time since, but sometimes you take a step and you're like, yeah, something was wrong there. That was close to disaster.
For real. So I'm laying on the ground. Somebody comes over, helps me get up. I'm like, I'm fine. Everybody's like, you all right? First of all, another guy, actually, this is like just me know this story. Another guy comes over to me as I'm like just, licking my wounds and walking back. He's like, hey, he never tagged you. I don't know if you know this, but he never. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about this game. This is so stupid.
Wait. You didn't touch the base?
Yeah, I was like, I fell basically between third and home. And so I obviously walk in there and everybody's like, you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I thought we were supposed to eat some food. I'm trying to like liven it up a little bit, because I really was. First of all, my knee is still killing me from basketball, which was the week before. And now my knee is just like not good right now. But
when those knees are weak too, that's when, you're like a bone-in chicken wing. Like,
for real.
Split me in half.
But it was a really good time, and then we all cooked out and had like some dogs and brats and stuff, and it was.
Did you guys, fun. When you picked teams, did you like? You had two captains, and you had to like pick them, and did somebody pick last?
I don't know if I came up with this idea, but I'm gonna just say I did. Sure. I played a hockey scrimmage one time. Horribly, like I was literally just like, pass it here, and like no one, like everybody's zipping through me.
You really did give that a go though for a while. But anyways, we can get back.
It was fun, yeah. But how they pick teams in that league or in that scrimmage or whatever, they just threw all the sticks in one pile, and then one guy just at random just tossed the sticks to the right and the left, and wherever your stick was is the team you were on. So I just had everybody basically do that. So we just tossed all the guy gloves and all the girl gloves, and then one of the people's daughters just like separated them, and they were actually pretty even teams. It was really nice.
Yeah,
teammates that we weren't necessarily going to like play with during the year, but it was fun to play. And everybody seemed to have a good time. It was freaking beautiful outside, too.
It's a team building exercise then. It really brings people together.
Just trying to clear the air and just make sure everybody's here for the right reasons.
One big happy family, okay?
Basically, yeah. So it was a good time.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. And then that night we actually went home, took a shower, not all of us together collectively. It's 4 separate showers, and then we went out to a casino so Joe and Linda could gamble, and Steph and I could lose money, and that's what we did.
Well, that's what gambling is.
Oh God, dude, I fucking hate it. I like it to watch it, and I like it to have everybody wins every once in a while, so it's a fun story. But I would rather spend $100 on like a fucking nice dinner than lose it in 2 seconds and feel nothing. Like it's the worst.
Could not agree more.
The logical part in my brain, which controls a lot of my life, is it just won't allow me to like have fun and like have the opportunity to win money. I'm always just like, but I could always lose it. And even when I go up like $2, I'm like, hey, I could cash out right now. Like $2 is nothing, but I'm like, honestly, I just want to fucking walk away. I can't do it.
I caught the Jack Black bug for a while. Jack Black? Blackjack, excuse me.
Jack
both
Black
of them.
Bug. Yeah, both.
I've caught.
I think if you say his name one more time, he appears behind you somewhere.
Jack Black. Damn. House coming up here. I'm fucking here, yeah. Oh, he's outside.
Yeah.
That was a decent side mouth, Jack Black. All right, don't you?
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. No, go ahead.
But so, I went on a blackjack binge for like a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was fun when you could, like I said, $5 a table. I'm not spending 15 or 25 per hand. No, thank you.
Oh my God.
But I've my like shining moment in gambling history. And it's like some people win $7,500 on the slots, or they win, $1,500 playing blackjack. Well, I lost $100 playing slots, and then I won back that $100 playing blackjack. I like took out another $100, and I'm like, I'm betting on me today, which was probably stupid. It was probably like a third of my life savings at that point. And I did, and I won back enough to I won like 100 and
did you drop it all on one hand, or was it you?
No, okay. I like played a couple hands, and at this point, this is probably the last time I got to play blackjack. I was like finally kind of understanding even the etiquette at the table, because I was kind of playing with some frequency and playing with people who knew what it was, and they'd be like, you should just do whatever and whatever.
Yeah.
And I won back, like I had my 100 that I invested in myself, and then another like 115. And so I tipped the person who cashed me out $5, and I tipped the dealer $5, and I left with $5 extra in my pocket. So.
Damn, dude, that's ballsy. I've always wanted to play those, but I just don't think I'm like capable of being serious, and also being serious under the circumstance of me losing at the same time. Like
seriously,
like I would be like, hey guys, what is blackjack? And they'd be like, get this fucking clown away from me.
Yeah, they'd be like, excuse me, could you give me the pit boss, please?
And then throw on the added thing of me losing all of my money. I'd be even more of a fucking nuisance to everybody.
Absolutely.
This guy's weeping. Get him out of here.
Seriously. Like, are you drunk? Like, I've drank like once. I'm just sad. I usually am like, if I can take $100 to a casino, and while my other friends go around and do other crazy shit, and I can just sit down for like 2 hours and play blackjack, then it's like I just spent $50 an hour for the experience, right?
Yeah, but it's like for the fun and story of it, or whatever.
Yeah, because you've got at least 20 hands then, right? If you start winning a little bit, then you can bet a little bit more and see what happens. But
I'm already
it's just
sweating
like fun.
Thinking about it.
I know. But yeah, I'll go in and they're like, we want $20 a hand, and I'm like, what am I going to play for 4 minutes? What are we talking about here?
The thing I hate about going and playing just slots, because, well, first of all, you don't need any skill to do any of that, is none of the slots make any sense. Like, I don't think this is even an original thought. Like, I feel like if I heard a comedian come up with this, I'd shut it off. But
let's hear it then.
It doesn't make any sense. None of the fucking games make any sense.
Yeah, they don't.
There's just like random symbols, and then you hit the button, and then it just dings and gives you money if you win, and like they draw like crazy lines all over the screen, and
you could have like 12 different symbols, and somehow you just won like $17. It's like,
it doesn't make any sense. And I think if I understood it a little bit more, I would appreciate it, but instead it's just literally like a money gambling machine. Like, it doesn't, I have no idea what's happening. I just know my stash is dwindling as I keep hitting this button. And then when you look over and see other people playing, you can see their fucking, how much money they have, which is kind of dangerous, honestly. Like, have we even addressed that as a society? Like, you don't just like wave around cash and like in front of people because of somebody potentially stealing it or hurting you or whatever. But not only, like, we have giant LCD LED screens that have the exact amount that you currently are betting.
You're like, with every ding, you're getting closer to death.
I remember going to Potawatomi for the first time. I won like $270 on a slot after like the second press. I had no idea what I did. Obviously felt super happy. It wasn't, displeased at all. But I cashed out immediately because I was like, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. I went to the bathroom. As I was going to the bathroom and like the urinal, a couple people walked in, and I immediately was like, they're going to rob me. They're going to for sure rob me. I am the only one in this bathroom.
Yep.
And like I'm just like panicking to myself. Obviously, I wasn't robbed, or else that would have been told on episode 1.
For sure. I was like, where does this story go? Why have I never heard it?
But it's creepy to have like everybody have money on them in those places and just everybody behaving somehow. I don't know how it works.
In that situation, are you just gonna like turn around and start peeing on them? Like,
I would probably just fight whilst urinating.
Yeah, like you wouldn't leave the urinal. You'd stay.
No, I would turn around, continue pissing everywhere, and just throw some roundhouse kicks, or like try to guillotine one of them. And then just like piss in his face. I don't know.
I'm thinking immediate spinning elbow, right? Like he comes up here, immediate spinning elbow.
Yeah.
And then you set that fucking fire hose with no fireman or garden hose. We don't size shame here.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You let that tallywhacker whip around a little bit, you know?
Honestly, I feel like it's ridiculous that all men pretty much wear their like wallet in their back pocket, which is the easiest part to steal from you while you're urinating.
Hey.
So just be careful next time. Front pocket, boys.
I'm a front pocket carry, my friend.
Are you?
I'm a front pocket carry. Well, because I carry around this beast. You know what I'm saying?
The fuck is that? Is that a shin guard?
You know, you would think so.
Like.
It actually comes with a shotgun shell on it, which I didn't realize that's what it was when I first got it.
What?
But it says 12 gauge. I got it from Walmart.
Oh.
And here's the kicker. One, you know, they say big trucks compensate for small dicks.
Yeah.
Big wallets, no money. But I got a very nice wallet gifted to me when I was like 20 years old. I was in a musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Mm-hmm. And Aaron and I were husband and wife. I was Levi. She was Levi's wife. I don't know why that's her literal name in the script.
How dare you?
I know, exactly. And this isn't musical theater. It's not like some Patriot. I mean, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But, and we had children, and the one daughter was like rich, I guess. I don't know, because she gave Aaron like a Prada purse or something, or like a nice bag that must have cost so much money. And then she was like, do you like anything? I'm like, this is awkward. And I was like, I'm not picky. So she got me a large wallet, but it was literally a Prada wallet. Or it wasn't. I don't know. I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
But it was really nice. And I gave it to my mom because I was like, what kind of fucking douche carries the long wallet, you know?
Yeah.
And then I saw one day, and I was like, this kind of douche carries one of those fucking wallets. And and now I don't have the nice one. Like, that would be so impressive if I pulled that on at a date. They'd be like, he's got fire, he's got power, he's got whatever else The Rock says.
I might think about not robbing you if I pulled out that shin guard wallet. Yeah. I'd be like, he needs this. I don't know what's going on. There's probably medical information in this thing.
Yeah, there literally is. This is meant to be carried like on the inside of a jacket, but it's like.
But we're not successful.
Yeah. The last time I needed a jacket was so long ago that I tried to put it on, and I almost pulled a Chris Farley and ripped it in half. Like,
oh, no. All right. Hey, 30 minutes in. It is time for
Fuggin Idiot of the Week.
That guy's a fucking idiot. Hey. Before we start, since the camera wasn't rolling at the beginning, and now I need a little refresh.
It definitely was rolling.
No, you said it wasn't, so let me just get a quick.
No, it was rolling.
Quick refresh on this Burt's Bees. You don't think there's laundry detergent in here, right? If I washed it and dried it?
No, it's probably like radioactive at this point. Probably like.
Oh, good.
Like Chernobyl lip balm.
Too soon, bro. Too soon. Listen, I've had worse on these lips, baby. I shouldn't admit that. I shouldn't say that out loud. Okay, let's do this. I mean, mine's pretty fun.
I'll go
straight.
first. I'll go first.
I've been going first, you're right. So
you've been hogging all of the airtime. By the time that my segments come up, nobody has listened because our average listen time for each episode is like 12 minutes. So none of us get heard.
Fault. Got it. Yeah. Okay. At least you'll have a chance.
Okay, so my fucking idiot is a 10-year-old boy in the UK, in where the hell? Woodbridge, Suffolk. Suffolk? Is that how you say it?
Suffolk?
It looks like Suffolk, but I'm pretty sure like Boston people say Suffolk.
Suffolk.
Anyway.
I got Suffolk. Woodbridge, Suffolk.
Yeah, that's probably exactly how they say it.
Probably what it sounds like.
He's a 10-year-old boy. He found an 800-year-old priory seal matrix. So basically the thing that you stamp into the wet or the warmed up wax to like create the seal and like that shape or whatever. So he found one of those while using a metal detector on a charity dig with his dad named Paul. Did I say his name? Sorry. This 10-year-old boy's name is George Henderson. So my first thought hearing that name, he's got an old man name and he's definitely got an old man hobby because I've never ever owned a metal detector. I mean, it sounds like a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
But I also I'm too, I don't know, important to be detecting metal everywhere.
So he's 71 years old. Got it.
He's 10 years old. He found this 800-year-old seal, and everybody was like freaking out about it. He ended up putting it up for auction, sold it for like just over $5,000, $5,200 American.
Okay.
And he had to split it with. It for some reason this website that I always use, I think it's just like a European stories or something.
American.
Yeah, and it's always in like pounds or fucking crumbles or whatever the fuck they use. I don't know what they do.
So 5,200 American. What's that like? 11.
It's
11
like
pounds.
It's like 4,000 pounds. I think something like that.
Okay.
I don't know exactly if that's even what it is though, because crumpets I hear are pretty important over there. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he had to split it between the farmer person who owned the land and him. So I'm sure he got screwed out of that money. But I think it's pretty cool. Like 10-year-old finding some history. 800 years is a long freaking time. It like the seal drew back to like some, church thing that happened a long time ago in that general area. So, piece of history sold to some, private person. But the thing about it to me is just like, why are we letting 10-year-olds metal detect anything if they want to have any sort of future, honestly? I could care less if they found anything worth money. The friendships that you're missing out on while metal detecting is too many at this point.
Exactly. And if you have a friend that's willing to metal detect with you, don't be friends with that person.
No,
okay?
He will steal your shit.
Oh, yeah.
He'll hang out near you, beep, 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 and then he'll just, with his own shovel, just take whatever you found.
Absolutely. Yeah. And he's probably super boring and stupid. So
probably. George Henderson is my fucking idiot, and he is a 71-year-old man who's trapped in a 10-year-old's body.
10-year-old's body.
Who is also trapped in a relationship with his father, who is forcing him to do this. There was some quotes from the dad actually in the article that was really funny. It was like, this is the first time he's ever found anything like really good. It's topped anything I've ever found. And then he was like, and I always tell him that if he can't find stuff, just to keep on going, and there's his reward. Although a lot of the times he doesn't find it or something like that. And I was like, what kind of backwards parenting is this? Like,
are you roasting him right now? Like
he's literally like, he's my one and only, except for when he fails, and I hate him. So
imagine the fucked up toxic relationships he's going to be in, because he's just going to keep searching for happiness with the same girl, and it's not beeping. Okay,
he's still got the headphones on.
Yeah, he's like over her body. He's like, there's no metal on her for sure.
That's actually really fun. I didn't even think about this, but while we were doing the softball scrimmage, there was a guy metal detecting like in the outfield. Like we just did it in like a soccer field, and there were a couple times where the ball was really close to him, like where we were like fielding a ball while he's like digging out a fucking ancient relic or whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was, he's literally somebody's car keys that they'd lost 17 years ago. I don't know what the appeal is other than finding, something that's super, super valuable. But I just, like I said, the social life that you're missing out on by detecting metal professionally, is immeasurable at this point.
Yeah.
You're never going to meet anyone. You're going to die alone with your metal detector. Sorry, George.
Because that is like, it's funny that you say that because back when I was young and had friends and girlfriends and like had fun, I would never ever waste time metal detecting. But as you started talking about it as like a 32-year-old with like not much going on in their life and like not a lot of money or success or happiness, I was like, man, maybe I could get a metal detector, I
thought you were going to say, maybe I have metal detected and I don't even know it.
Yeah. Well, see, so this kid's already, he's 20 years early.
I think as much as I make fun of him and like we're talking shit about him, I kind of want a metal detector now.
Dude.
I kind of want to just walk around. If it wasn't for like everybody making fun of me on their own podcasts, I would have one already, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm imagining you getting as excited about finding a fork as like Ariel from fucking The Little Mermaid. You're like, thingamabobs? Yeah. I've got 20.
Somehow I just... Why did I become like a Disney character all of a sudden?
You're from the UK.
Yeah, it's true. Who knows how they are.
That's what they do.
George Henderson, you're my fucking idiot. Keep on doing what you got to do. But also know that you will probably inevitably not have any friends because of your weird hobby.
Go to the roller rink, George. Okay.
It also said it was a charity dig.
So they got the money?
Yeah, so I was really confused by that. Like, first of all, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
What charities, like, let's just dig up this farm? Like, I don't know what that means. And also, is it money you're going to give to somebody else because you found something that was worth something? Are you going to give it away? Because if so, George, I take it all back. You deserve all the accolades. But if not, you suck, George.
Fuck you, George. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. That's interesting. Nice. Well, hey, George, you fucking idiot. We salute you for doing something not super cool. But
do you ever think anybody besides people that know us personally that we've chosen for fucking idiot will accidentally hear this?
Dude, you know what's going to end up happening is George is going to be like literally 71. And this is going to be, I'll be long dead by 2061, I imagine, or whatever. It'll be 2071.
Yeah.
And then this podcast, for some reason, is going to get popular as like a time capsule of how stupid men were in the early 2020s or something.
Yeah.
And then our estates are going to be millionaires, like our children's children.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll never see a lick of that. Yeah, really, this will be pointless to us until we die, and then it'll be cool for other people.
Before I even started recording, Joe was like, you can go do your show now. And I was like, I only have like 4.5 people to really do this for. So exactly. It's not that important anymore. But I was thinking about it as I was writing it down. Is George Henderson ever going to hear this? I don't know.
We should send it to him.
I'd be flattered.
We should just start cutting it and like try to find someone named George Henderson and be like, hey, I imagine all of you know each other. Will you get this to the right one?
Yeah. Do you own a metal detector? If not, pass along, please.
Are you 10? And then Chris Hansen's going to walk in. Like, can we have a conversation?
Have a seat.
Yeah, it's funny. I just hope that like they don't play any of this at my funeral. Like
it's kind of weird to say, but we will have we haven't even talked about it yet. This is our 75th episode.
Yeah.
So 75 hours basically, give or take. 75 hours of us just rambling and saying weird shit, and we actually technically have 76, but the one that we recorded a tiny one before I flew back home. We didn't count that one. That was like 32 and a half or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our 75th full length episode.
That's crazy.
Which is nuts.
I I'd like to think that, someday Sawyer's going to hear this, which is tripping me out right now. But, like, I'm just, first of all, so sorry, Sawyer, for just all the shit. I'm getting sentimental because this is 75 and a half or whatever. But
yeah.
But, like, I'm so sorry. And also, like, what is he going to think of me? What if he's, like, 15 and he comes out of his room and he's like, I finished a couple episodes of the podcast. I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot you could access that. You know?
Yeah, I forgot you could access that anytime you want, ever.
Oh, that's true. This is free to the public. I'm having a panic attack. So let me get into my fucking idiot, all right?
Okay, yeah.
To calm me down, because it's a super chill bro.
Sure.
My fucking idiot is not, it's someone that I've had, I guess, sort of a dude crush on for a while. One of two dude crushes.
Aaron Rodgers.
No, not him. Too lanky and awkward for me,
Yeah,
I like buff,
Sure. To me, his
like
hair
guys who
is
can
just,
dance.
I can't handle it right now.
Yeah. Get your hair cut,
Yeah.
He looks just like a friend of mine who used to, like, drink a lot. We'd, like, smoke weed together in, like, 2013. So I just imagine he's like a kind of a smelly hippie, I don't know.
Yeah,
what up,
sure.
Steven, if you're watching? But I like a guy who can dance, and maybe sometimes be a little serious, but have a great sense of humor. And that's why my fucking idiot this week is none other than Channing Tatum. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So this came to be because I was watching YouTube while I worked today, of course, and I stumbled across his second episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls. Are you familiar with that show?
I know who Bear Grylls is, yes.
Yeah, he's the...
I don't know why, hold on. I don't know why I have to answer like I'm on trial. Like, yes, I believe I have been acquainted with Bear Grylls in the past. Yes, I confirm.
Objection! Clarify for the jury what you mean.
I don't recall.
Did you or did not you say that he sucks and that other guy's way better?
Yeah.
Who was it? Les Stroud?
Anyway. Yeah.
So this was his second time on, and Bear Grylls was like my friend Channing Tatum, and halfway through the episode was like, what's up with your life, man? How are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm a single dad now. Like, it was like weird that he was trying to portray that they were having this private conversation with like 2 drones and 4 cameras chasing them through. But anyways, it got me thinking about him, and I like went back and I recently watched Coach Carter, which obviously he's awesome in. And then my favorite Channing movie, Step Up. You got to go all the way back. And he was even that the wrestler.
I didn't even realize he was in that movie, Step Up.
He is that movie.
I didn't even realize. I mean, I don't know if I've really watched it that often, but I have to go back.
If you care about our friendship, you will watch Step Up, okay?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I love those trashy dance movies. I'm all about it. But between that and then he plays that serious wrestler in the Steve Carell movie
Foxcatcher.
And Foxcatcher, which he was great. Fucking 21 and 22 Jump Street were hilarious,
Yeah.
And so just you go down the line and I just was like, I appreciate him. And this was the kicker for me, is that at the beginning of the second episode, he's like walking around with sheep in Norway for some reason, like he's out for a stroll.
As you do.
And Bear Grylls shows up in a helicopter, and he's like, have you ever skydived? Have you ever skydived before?
You ever
And he was like,
skydiving?
once. Yeah, exactly. He's like, once tandem, which cannot be true, because if that is literally his whole experience with it, then he should not have happened. It's a horrible safety risk.
Yeah.
But they strap him up into a parachute, and they're like, we're going to skydive to our location. And he's like, oh, my God, are you serious? And he's like, here's your handle, here's the cutaway handle, and then here's your backup. And so now I'm like not working anymore because I'm like, we're about to watch Channing Tatum die live on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they get up there, and I think they had it rigged so that way when he jumped, the little parachute was already out. So when he was low enough, the parachute kind of came out on its own. But if that's literally the second time he's ever skydiving, then like that's amazing. That's like so scary, and what a crazy cool experience that would be. He's like laughing on his way down. I'm like, is this a green screen? Is this acting?
Fuck.
Oh, it blew my mind.
I would have to skydive in like probably 60, 70 times with somebody else for me to even feel remotely comfortable to do it by myself. Oh my gosh.
I'm too fat to skydive, but it has always been one of, and literally, I'm not just saying that. There's a weight limit, and I weigh more than that limit.
Sure.
And when I lost all my weight, I was light enough to do it, but I just didn't hang on long enough to be able to enjoy that part of it.
The logical part of my brain won't let me choose that because there is only one option that's going to happen to me. It's going to be murder myself.
The part of me that rides a motorcycle and like had an MMA fight once wants to like go out and get registered as a solo skydiver, you know?
Yeah.
Because that would just be so cool to just say to people that I solo all the time, or whatever the fuck people that know what they're doing would say.
Yeah.
I imagine it would sound something like that. But yeah, I just am not that guy, pal. You know,
I feel like I want to be that guy, and I probably could like chameleon myself into a group of people that are like that. But when push comes to shove, I would be the one that would be like, oh, I got a pie in the oven. I can't. I can't. You know what I mean? I'd have to like figure out a way to get out of it. But after a while,
raspberry tart, so it's super delicate.
Yeah, after a while, people would fucking notice and be like, "He isn't like us. I don't know if he should be in our group."
Everyone else would jump out, and you'd be like, "This plane's got to land anyway. This plane's got to land anyway, right? I might as well just ride it back down to the bottom."
Yeah,
but like, no, you can.
I have some indigestion. I can't. I don't know. I had some bad taco meat. I don't want to do this anymore.
Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
But the whole point of that was so I could make fun of his facial hair. That's the whole reason.
No.
Truthfully,
what is
that's really
hair?
why I picked Channing Tatum. And normally he's like baby faced, I think. But this is what he had going on. And this is from a guy with like, it's decent now, but it's not great, right?
Sure.
But it was kind of like the chin, you know, when you just have that little bit on the chin and that's it. The little bit of chin grizzle or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it looked like it was fake and it like slid down too far. It was kind of like not even, like the whole chin was exposed. And then like down here, I don't know if like in the double chin area, maybe his second chin needed some facial hair, but not his
Well,
first
his chin probably has abs too, so he doesn't know where to grow the beard. He's like...
That was really like, chest hair is what that was. But yeah, it was like underneath with the whole like actual chin part exposed. And I'm like, did he just never learn how to do his facial? Did someone do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Bear Grylls was like pranked him before his episode or something.
I am man, I'm not afraid to say it. I love a good facial hair person. Like anybody that has like a well manicured anything, I'm like, dude, that fucking guy. Look he must take some time. He goes to a shop and they do that for him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That being said though, I'm just as critical of people that don't have good facial hair. And like sometimes like you're saying celebrities, I'll be like, what the fuck, Michael Cera, what are you doing? I've never seen him with one, but just what's his name? I can't remember his name. Just like patchy and weird. And like somehow that like because they're famous, it becomes like almost like a fashionable thing, sort of like.
Yeah. Sorry, Justin Bieber. It's like, just shave it. You have a great face, bro. Quit covering it up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I feel good for him that, you know, he had to survive with Bear Grylls with that horrible facial hair. I'm glad he's still alive because he actually is pretty funny. And I think he's one of those guys where, like, if you were to say that to another guy, like, dude, Channing Tatum's great, they would be like, I thought so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
But
did you see Magic Mike? Okay.
No, I did not. Me
neither.
I would see it. I don't care.
I never have though. So shut the hell up, all right?
But he has like a personality, kind of like Pat McAfee, where you're like, oh, that's the guy, and he also is hilarious at the same time.
Yeah,
right? He actually has a
exactly.
personality. So
I'm all about love. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to admit that I love anybody, including Pat McAfee.
Sure.
Okay, we're probably going long today. I'm sorry. I got to get it on tape.
Okay.
Because I have 3 dude crushes because I think Pat McAfee's like the shit. He's just chill, whatever. Anyway, so he likes wrestling, and so he got a job commentating wrestling after having a wrestling match set up because he was famous enough to do it, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
With Michael Cole. I think that's the guy he announces with. Doesn't matter. So he challenges or gets challenged to a wrestling match at WrestleMania, which he's been talking about on his show. Which like back in the day was a pretty big deal. If I was like lucky enough, my dad would buy it, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
My cousin always got to watch it with his dad, which is fucking bullshit. It's like invite me over, but anyway, I don't really watch as much anymore, but I follow along a little bit because of Pat McAfee. And so at WrestleMania, he has a match with this
Sunday, right? It was last weekend?
Just this past Sunday.
Yeah.
I think it was Saturday and Sunday. I think it might be a 2-day event, but this was on
now
Sunday.
It is. I think they started that a couple years ago. It's like a 2-day thing now.
Yeah, which is
nuts.
I mean, power to them, and you gotta love wrestling fans. I'm a comment reader, and watching reading some of these comments, I'm like, they really don't think it's fake. I don't know where
they get emotional,
31-year-old man. Yes, dude. They argue passionately.
Have you ever seen that guy who is like in an auditorium? Like he's in like a gymnasium, and there's like an old wrestler giving like a speech or maybe signing autographs. I don't fucking remember. But he's taking questions from the crowd. This is like a famous YouTube thing. And there's a guy who takes the mic and he's like, I just want to thank you for all of you done to your bodies. And like he's literally having a meltdown, dude. And everybody's like, and people are like, dude, it's okay. And he's like, it's still real to me, damn it. Like he literally freaks the fuck out because it's just such a big part of his life. But it's like, wow, man, I wish I was that passionate about anything. Holy shit.
I can totally respect that. And okay, it was a pandemonium, but so this Austin Theory kid is like, they frame him as Vince McMahon's up and coming star, and him and Pat McAfee on Friday night, a SmackDown, which is what Pat commentates every Friday for. They have like this ongoing feud, and it builds up to this match at WrestleMania. And before the match starts, Vince McMahon comes out and like takes a picture and like gives a speech about Austin Theory. So they're really fucking it's dripping with molasses, they're really sweetening the pot. And so Pat comes out and I hope spoiler alert if anyone has WrestleMania fucking recorded, but he reverses him and cradles him and beats him 3 count.
Yeah.
And so Vince McMahon comes out and then starts kicking the shit out of Pat McAfee, which I think we've talked a little bit about this with the Vince McMahon thing, but he's like the quiet leader, and he used to do stuff, but after he like tore both of his quads jumping into the ring, I think he kind of was like, I better take a break.
Yeah.
And so they've been building up this for weeks, and then out of nowhere, after he just kicks the shit out of Pat McAfee, you hear some Stone Cold Steve Austin music, and now everyone's obviously like, that guy probably sobbing in the audience, dude, because they're already like, boo, fuck Vince McMahon, like, we love Pat McAfee, and then they're like, Steve Austin, they're crying, right? And so he comes running down in, if we're talking about what they're doing about their bodies, which I can totally relate to for wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin into like, he looks like Forrest Gump in his leg braces, like the knee braces he had on just to walk, probably.
He used to wear those back in the day, too. Those, weird
that's right.
leg braces. Yeah, I remember having an action figure that had those fucking braces that you could take off.
Like, there must have been some springs in them. They're probably like,
sure.
You want me to run down there?
Back then, there was probably like an accessory that he thought made himself like cooler.
Yeah.
But now it's probably a necessity to have him walk forward.
So he gets in the ring, stunners Vince McMahon, right?
Oh man, that's hilarious.
He chugs a couple beers, stuns Vince McMahon, calls for 2 more beers, 2 more, gives 2 to Pat McAfee. They're both like, probably, let's be honest, bucket list moment for Pat McAfee.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like all of this wrestling stuff, because he grew up in like Pittsburgh and was like a
he's got to be our age, right?
Kid.
He's got to be.
He's 34, I think. Like
yeah, he's got to have the same kind of memories that I would have had as a young kid watching. So that would be a huge moment.
And so they start sucking down these beers, and Stone Cold Steve Austin throws his down. Kicks Pat McAfee in the dick, which I think was supposed to be a stomach kick, but stunners him. And of course, like we had talked about this a little bit, as he's coming off of the stunner is spitting the beer out. So it's like spraying beer as he's falling backwards onto the canvas. And then Stone Cold probably like limps back to his feet. 2 more fucking beers. Clacks them some bitches together and chugs them. And me as someone who's like not even, I read about this. I can't find the video yet. I've seen like bits and pieces of it.
Sure.
On whatever NBC Sports, but or not sports, whatever we're talking about. But
yeah,
I just, the nostalgia of Vince and my love for Pat McAfee. It's like, what a life that fucking guy gets to live, you know?
I can't tell you how many times watching as a kid. For some reason, we hit on wrestling like every goddamn episode.
I know.
I haven't watched it since 2006, I think. So it's like, I don't know anything. I only know the block of people that I know. But I can't tell you how many times an episode of Raw or a pay-per-view. I did not see a lot when I was growing up because just it's $70 or whatever it is. Yeah. But I can't tell you how many times the little like the Zuffa thing that shows up in the for UFC, that little thing would show up in the bottom corner and it'd say like WWE or whatever it would say. And every time it would be like, we'll catch you on the next one, whatever. And it was, I feel like 70% of the episodes involved exactly what you're explaining. Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin stunnering every single person in the ring.
In the world.
Like the song playing, like the glass breaking, beers everywhere, everybody freaking out. And then like just when you think it's about to end, he stunners like the ref for some reason. Like I can't tell you how many times there was just a 10-minute stunner fest going on, but the people ate it up, man, including the audience watching at home. It was just so fucking stupid and funny. Yeah,
what a good move,
dude. That's hilarious.
What was it? You were saying there's like videos of people doing like double backwards backflips out of the stunner and shit.
For real. The Rock used to like get stunnered and like literally fall backwards and then like do like a handstand and fall back again. Like roll and like, oh my God, there's just montages of people like overselling it and being just so dramatic. And
doing the roll.
That like really for me and like my family used to just crack us up because we all understood it was fake obviously, but it was just like the hilarity and like the drama involved with like, oh, him and Pat McAfee are friends now. Look, he gave him a beer. Oh my God, he stunned him. He's uncontrollable. You can't understand anything that's going on. But it's God, it really makes me like super nostalgic about being like a 10-year-old again, like George Henderson and
just like good old Georgie boy.
So hey, I think that's a good place to end it. We're an hour in. I fixed the website, by the way.
It's about time.
TwoFuggingIdiots.com. I had to go on and like chat with them. Apparently, they sent me this email that I was supposed to like confirm my identity or something. I had 15 days to do it, and I just didn't see it because it was in my spam folder. So I got that all fixed. So now it's working. It's still not great, so just be prepared. It's not like it's super flashy.
Be nice to yourself. It's awesome. But go on there and send us an email.
Yeah, click the link, send us an email, and it'll do it for you. And Two Fuggin Idiots Pod. I think eventually Robbie and I will have our own emails associated with the website, which will be Robbie at twofugginidiots.com or Jordan. I mean, those are live right this second. Just I don't know how to do anything with them at this point.
Yeah, we don't know how to like read them, but
I
that
do
makes
know.
Me nervous because like
you're
gonna get all the emails. Like I don't want to.
Possibly. I'd have to throw like a separate thing in there, like send us an email or send one of us an email.
Yeah,
where you can click each one.
That makes me nervous, but
well,
I've dealt with a lot of failure in my life, so I'll be fine. Alrighty, guys. That's some positive shit we need to drop this.
75th episode in the books. Thank you guys for listening.
I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. This is a dream come true, honestly. I didn't even know I wanted to have a podcast, but 75 times we've done this in a row, so not ever taking a break, ever.
Boom, ever, not a single break. And we appreciate you guys for accepting our lies. So we will talk to you soon.
Adios. Peace.
Peace.
Happy or sad, it's story time with two fucking idiots.
That was fun.
That felt like a real, I really enjoyed that conversation.
I did not mean to bring up Pat McAfee on purpose.
I know.
But your fucking eyeballs exploded.
I was like, I almost forgot.
I was like,
dude.
I was like, Channing Tatum is similar to Pat McAfee. They both have like personality. And you were like,
I was like, I know that my fucking idiot's Channing Tatum, but it's always Pat McAfee. You know,
yeah.
That's my guy.
That's hilarious.
But the flawless transition from that drunk bitch falling off the stool to you taking a tumble at your softball practice or whatever was perfect. When you said that, I was like,
you were saying something about cooking, because I actually had a story about cooking here. And I was going to do it, and you were like, wait, one more story about work. And then that's when you said that. And so I was like, all right, I'll get back to my cooking story. No worries. It'll get back to it. I'll remember it. And then I was like, fuck the cooking story. It's got to be about me falling.
Yes, dude. It was, as you were saying it, I'm like, this is the best podcast we've ever done. This is the best one. Like, that transition alone was one of those moments.
We have gotten okay at this.